Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're going to talk about the New Orleans Saints in today's video. I want to mainly talk about Tyler Shough because the dude is an absolute animal. 4 straight wins for this Saints team, including this strip sack fumble recovery for the touchdown from Chase Young right over here. And the Saints have won 4 straight games. And folks, Tyler Shough today, 22-27, 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. We're going to break it all down. We're going to go through a bunch of his throws, a bunch of plays from this football game. The Saints team is 100% a playoff team next season, at least in my opinion, even with a whole nother free agency, a whole nother draft class to go through. Take a look right here at Mr. 96 Granderson with this spin move that's going to just get Cam Ward rambling out of the pocket. Chase Young just snags this football from him, and he ends up running it back. I was a little concerned right here. I mean, that was close, but he ends up bringing it in, and I feel like Chase Young is even a pretty good illustration of the Saints 2025 season, where you look at a guy like Chase Young, and he is having a career season. He's close to 10 sacks on the year. People don't really realize it, but the Saints are actually a pretty good defense. If they're not top 10 in a category, they're around top 10, and they are not below league average in a lot of defensive categories, folks. Watch out for this football team, but we're talking a lot of offense, so let's get into it. I hype up Chris Olave a lot in these Saints videos because I drafted him in fantasy football, and I've been eliminated. Actually, I guess I had him in a championship league that it looks like I'm going to win, but who cares about my fantasy team? I think Chris Olave, when he's healthy, is a star wide receiver. I think he's clearly a top wide receiver in the National Football League. And I was a little hesitant, with Rat-a-Tat-Tatler, loving Olave, loving Jawan. I was a little curious how Tyler Shough was going to look. And, it's been a couple of months now since Tyler's come in. What's he now? 5-3 as a starter. I absolutely love this route. It's kind of like a wheel route for Olave where he's going to start, slip to the out, head to the end zone, and Tyler Shough finds him perfectly. Now, in context in this, Tennessee is up 20-10 in this football game. There's 11 minutes left in the third quarter, so we're early on in the second half, and it's also third down. It's a big throw on 3rd and 9. Chris Olave does a great job getting open, and this ball, you can't place it better. If I had to place this football, I would place it right where Tyler Shough threw this football. The dude, I don't know if he's actually going to win Rookie of the Year because I don't know how those are counted. I don't really even, you see some of these guys who are doing like MVPs and some of these types of words, and I'm like, I don't really know, man. I'm not going to say the word rigged because that's not necessarily how I feel, but yeah, I don't think Tyler Shough is going to win Rookie of the Year in the NFC for the New Orleans Saints because, once again, I don't really know the semantics of that whole, it's kind of lost its luster, the awards, but it's still cool, and he's still, even if he doesn't win it, or even if he does win it, he's in contention, and it looks like the best wide receiver, the best quarterback in this year's draft class, and you guys snagged him in the early second round, and people really hated his age, and he has looked like a seasoned veteran out here. All right, I don't do special teams highlights too often. This is Charlie Smith, the Irishman who has had just an unbelievable rookie season here for the New Orleans Saints. I've even seen a couple of people, this was for 57 yards at the end of the third quarter to get it back to a 3-point game, or get it to a 3-point game, I should say, 23-20 after this. 2 minutes left, like I said, at the end of the third quarter. And, Charlie's just been a beast, but I wanted to say hit the like button, hit that sub button if you guys enjoy it. Don't post too many Saints videos because the first half of the season wasn't the best. People don't really watch negative videos, but New Orleans is absolutely rolling. I feel pretty comfortable thinking they're going to end 7-10 here. We're definitely going to be making, as we have, plenty of Saints videos. So try and get this video to 100 likes, folks. It makes a very big difference. So thank you. And then also shout out to Charlie Smith because he's making kickers really cool, man. All right, guys, moving to the fourth quarter. So this game started super slow for the New Orleans Saints. It was 6-0 after the first quarter, and they were able to put up some points on the board before halftime. They were still down 20-10 at halftime, but they had a great third quarter and an even better fourth quarter. And this is one of the reasons here. This ends up going for 60 yards to Chris Olave. Now, unfortunately, this highlight starts a little bit late. These are just rapid reactions. Olave had a heck of a game. We've already talked about him. 8 catches for 119 yards and a touchdown, including this 60-yarder from Tyler Shough. This ball, I believe, he's thrown from the 25-ish to about the 40. I'm no mathematician here. That's a 35-yarder. I just like how effortlessly this throw is. First and 10, you need a touchdown. There is a little bit of pressure that's going to come a little bit late, but doesn't really affect him. Chris Olave gets wide open, and he puts it right on the money, and this is a rookie. You know what I mean? Like, if Tom Brady made this throw 10 years ago, I mean, who really cares? Oh, cool, another Tom Brady highlight. I'll still watch it. Still pretty damn cool. It's a rookie who started less than 10 games this season. He's got a winning record. And I said you guys had the worst roster in the NFL a couple of videos ago, and I didn't mean that in a rude way. I just meant, how's this? The floor for the New Orleans Saints is the lowest of all teams. And I just mean that in the sense of, like, today there's no running back 1. There's no running back 2. There's no center. There's no right guard. There's no wide receiver 2. There's no wide receiver 3. There's no tight ends other than Juwan Johnson. This offense is completely decimated. You've got Audric Estime, the drop from Denver, my man out of Notre Dame. We'll talk about him a little bit later on. But, I mean, the Saints team, this offense is completely battered right now. All right, soft drop the Notre Dame. We got Tyler Shough here throwing to Kevin Austin Jr., who is a second-year wide receiver out of the University of Notre Dame. This is going to be his first ever NFL touchdown. And essentially what you're going to get here is kind of like, looks like a corner route. And then what you're going to have is Dante Pettis is just going to curl down low. So it's going to occupy this defensive back, and it's going to give Kevin a one-on-one right here with the slot corner. All right, so green 18, that's not his cadence, but it's okay. And I love this. There's so many things I like about this. First off, great play call. Kellen Moore, I mean, the whole coaching staff is underrated. I would say the New Orleans Saints are underrated, and you don't hear that about 6 and 10 teams too often. So it's a nice route by Kevin. Here's where the football is thrown. All right, he's thrown this ball. It's not even in picture. He's thrown this ball over here. So Kevin still has yet to look back. Tyler rips this ball. Now he turns his head. All right, but once again, this football is going to end up over here. So the nickel corner has no idea this ball is coming. And if Kevin brings his hands up right now, he's going to know that ball is about to come. So the ball keeps going. Defensive back still has yet to turn his head. He doesn't know the ball is coming. The ball's right here if you can't see it. His hands are still not up. And there at the last second, you can barely even see the football. Last second, brings these hands up, gets the 2 feet in. And this is a phenomenal throw. This is a phenomenal catch. This is a phenomenal play call. And this is what you see watching Tyler Shough. And it's like, I don't care that it's the Titans. Look at all the injuries on the Saints offense. And they've also beaten like Tampa, Carolina twice. I mean, Shough's 5-3. All right, folks, I'm gonna give you one last defensive clip in case there's people watching, because I'm sure you guys are Saints fans in general. The New Orleans Saints defense is not what you think it is. I would imagine people think the Saints defense is probably the worst in the NFL, or at least one of them, because now they're 6 and 10, and that's not the worst record in the league. They're 16th in scoring. I don't think that's even the best metric. I mean, they're almost top 10 in sacks. They're top 10 in defensive touchdowns allowed. They're a top 5 passing unit. You got Chase Young here and DeMario doing their thing. He's going to push that offensive line. Chase Young's going to come in here for the split sack with DeMario. And it's just a good defense, man. I know this isn't the final possession. New Orleans in this clip, there's 5 minutes left. It's third down. It's 3rd down and 9. The Saints are up 1 point. There's still about 6 minutes left in this football game. The Saints are going to get the ball back and score a touchdown that I'm about to show you. But, I mean, the Saints defense is another outside of Tyler Shough, because you probably wouldn't say this if it was the quarterback position was in jeopardy next year, whether it was Rattler or Shough didn't look good, or you're thinking rookie QB in a top 10 pick. One of the reasons I'm so bullish on the Saints, I hate using that word long term, is because this defense is not what you think it is. It's good. It's at least solid. All right, folks, we're going to end it here. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that sub button for me. We're getting closer and closer to 100,000 subscribers, and I need to start making way more Saints videos because you guys are very supportive. This is Audric Estime, and as I've already alluded to a couple of times in this video, I'm a Notre Dame football fan. Audric Estime in today's game, 14 carries, 94 yards. That's 6.7 yards per carry, and this touchdown here. Now, look at this offensive line. All right, you don't got too much going. Point of first contact is a good 1.5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That is not ideal. He's going to pop on right out of here. And to be honest with you, if he doesn't score this touchdown here, I was going to say maybe it isn't a close game because they'd run out the clock, but I guess Tennessee has 2 timeouts in this, so forget what I even said. But Audric Estime and the rest of the Misfits, honestly, I think that's a pretty decent calling card. The rest of the Misfits doing their thing. New Orleans Saints, folks, have won 4 straight games. They're now 6-10. Tyler Shough has another really good / great football game, and I'd start buying some Saints stock, man. I'd at the very least start buying some Tyler Shough stock. So thank you for watching. We'll definitely post at least one more Saints video before your matchup next Sunday, finale against the Atlanta Falcons. But thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. You guys know the deal. And let me know your thoughts on Tyler Shough and these 6-10 Saints down below. Peace.